5 easy ways to get baby to sleep now. Great sleepers are made, not born. Take back the night with this 24/7 guide on how to get baby to sleep longer. Does your baby often wake up crying in the night? As it turns out, reworking his sleep routine can solve the issue. There's no such thing as a bad sleeper, just bad sleep habits, and they're usually reversible, says Ingrid Prueher, a pediatric sleep consultant in Fairfield, Connecticut, and host of the Baby Sleep 911 video series. Avoid these common sleep saboteurs, and you'll enjoy your baby a lot more when you're well rested. 1. Start a routine. One of the ways a baby learns it's time to go to sleep is from cues in the environment, notes Deborah Given, MD, director of the Sleep Disorders Center at Riley Hospital for Children, in Indianapolis. About 30 minutes before bedtime, turn the noise down and dim the lights. The right lighting is essential because it helps set a baby's internal clock, she explains. Our brain associates light and dark with being awake or asleep. Turning the lights low at night, and exposing your baby to bright light in the AM, will help this process along. 2. Don't rely on soothing methods. If you put your baby in her crib when she's already asleep and she wakes up in the night, which all humans do, she won't recognize her surroundings and will need your help getting back to sleep, notes Dr. Given. Try to put your baby down drowsy but awake. This will help her learn to self-soothe and fall asleep, and, more importantly, back to sleep, on her own, which is the main goal of parenting. 3. Don't feed baby to sleep. Newborns fall asleep all the time while eating, and I don't want anyone to stress about that, notes Turgeon. By 4 or 5 months, however, if the act of falling asleep is decoupled from feeding, babies tend to sleep better overall. Like other sleep crutches, if your baby is dozing off during a feeding, anytime she wakes during the night she's going to think she needs to eat in order to get back to sleep. Another problem with this is, you're the only person who can put your baby to bed, adds Amy Pate, of Nashville, who nursed her child to sleep for a year. 4. Stick to an early bedtime. Timing is just as important as a routine. At around 8 weeks, babies have a rise in melatonin, a natural, drowsy-making hormone the body releases when it's time for sleep, which means they're ready for an early bedtime consistent with the sun setting, says Turgeon. If you keep them up late instead, they become overstimulated and harder to put down. Melatonin levels rise somewhere around sundown, but given that sundown can be any time from 4:30 in winter to 8:30 in summer, stick to the clock and put your baby down around 6:30 or 7 p.m. for the most success. If the sun is still up, close the shades. 5. Eliminate snacking. Sleep and nutrition go hand in hand, notes Prueher. For the first 8 weeks a baby should be feeding on demand every 2 to 2.5 hours, but take note of how much or how long he's eating, to be sure it's an efficient feeding. If he wants to eat every hour or so, he may not be consuming enough at each session, says Prueher. Keep a 24-hour log of how many ounces a bottle-fed baby takes and at what time. For a breastfed baby, write down how many minutes he's nursing each session. If he eats for 20 minutes during the nighttime feeding but only 5 or 10 minutes during the day, he's just snacking, says Prueher. And he's not filling his belly enough to sleep through the night. Want to know more information about the method? Follow the link below video.